Let's do this. Time to randomize.
And we're off with a shuffled start screen.
Well, it's not super difficult, but you get to see these guys going over here. Oh, we have a shuffled overworld. We actually can see the levels too.
These are important things to discover because I feel like with these new flags that have come in play into the Final Four, I feel like your two plays at the beginning are the start cave, and if the sword is there, go into level 9. But we have a level at the wood sword cave.
Oh,
So we've already discovered 2 levels.
Oh, wow. But not level 9.
Neither of them are level 9. And we had Goma shooting wands out of his eye.
Oh, if that's what Goma's shooting, that should be interesting. We should be able to see some interesting things via what the Sprite Shuffle has in store for us.
Yeah, if we can get a Gorilla set, we'll have an idea for what some of the items look like, because we'll know what the nanners will look like.
We'll also want to see what the Lionels are shooting.
Oh yeah, because that'll be the sword, right?
That would be correct.
And it looks like we have vanilla dungeons, just with shuffled starts, because we had a dark room on Jam's side, and he is picking up a blue recorder. Could this be the white sword? Or the wand? It's bombs.
It's bombs.
Jam picked up bombs.
We have a swordless seed.
We have a swordless seed. Oh man. This might be a good mix of fun and difficult.
Well, no soup for you.
That's true, and somehow Jam has managed to have 6 bombs now, so I feel like he may have picked up a bomb off of something, but I don't know what would have dropped it unless the drop groups are shuffled. Well, there's a white sword. It is the letter.
Well, this is not swordless. Except for you only give that sword to a pharmacist to refill your order.
Yeah. That is, you stick up the pharmacy to be able to pay for your medicine.
Oh, that's a good idea. Big secret's not shuffled here. It's 100.
Alright, will that mean that the shop price is the same, or is that a separate flag? I always forget.
That's always the same flag.
And it looks like I saw 160, and I believe we saw 160 rupee green bomb magical shield, which would
that means the boomstick's not on.
We would not have a boomstick. There's 9.
Oh boy.
Is it open?
Here's a good question. Jam going one screen to the north. And we have...
nice screen
It is a Triforce required seed.
Alright.
No extra candles, too.
Yeah. And I guess the candle was the sword sprite? There was a brown candle in the corner of that room.
Oh, no. There's no extra candles, so you either have the potion or the heart container. You can see what the candle is right there on Fred's end now. The candle's a blue power bracelet.
Yeah. But in 9, when there was a brown candle in the corner, would that be the sword?
Oh, yes, that would be the sword. Yes, I'm sorry.
And it looks like Moblin shoot bows with their arrows. And the bow was also the heart container sprite when, I believe, it was the potion sprite when Fred was in a take-any.
Oh, God, this is going to be fun. Oh, which way did he go, George?
Well, we've got another dungeon discovery. Jam picking up the standard 4 bomb upgrade. Unfortunately, not a situation where he's getting a shuffled amount for the bombs. It looks like Bo may be our sprite of the night, as I believe it was also the bait sprite.
Oh, yeah. So, as we know, this is a Swordless Seed, so there's a few guarantees. Oh, Fred making it out on the money-making game. It does look like we have an easier set here with 0 HP blue moblins that are throwing off their bows.
Oh, look at this sprite that Jam's got.
Is that the ladder or is that the raft?
It is the ladder.
Oh, that's
it was
a beautiful
the double magical sword. What a beautiful looking sprite that was.
And that was in level 5, I believe.
Was that 5? Okay.
Yeah, it looked like it was level 5. Oh, there we go.
Jam
There's
found
the
sword.
blue sword. Or candle, rather.
Ooh, those blue Octoroks took 3 candle shots from Fred and
So
gave nothing.
we have a shuffled HP then. Ooh, Fred losing in the gambling game.
Looks like the coast is the standard heart container.
Oh, yeah, that is.
Or double nanner in this case.
Mind your nanners. Oh, we do not have helpful hints or mixed hints.
Well, sometimes it's good to find that out early before you start spending too much money.
Well, it might help you decide what you are going to do with your money here. And
That is
Fred
true.
is not going to be doing any more gambling here.
And another interesting thing to note about this seed, with it not being a boomstick, just a note about Jam's play that I've noticed. He has a tendency to go ahead and buy the blue ring if he comes across it and has the money. So it probably helps him that he has a...
Well, we just found the white sword item.
Yes, we did.
We did over at level 1 spot, and it's not bombs.
No, it was a green ring.
Green
Would that be a
ring,
nanner?
That could be the bow or the boomerang, because it's colored green as in Fred's sprite.
Yeah, back to my original long-winded thought. Jam, I've noticed in a couple of boomstick seeds I watched him, he bought the blue ring instead of the boomstick. With the boomstick not even being a play here, that makes that decision even easier if it comes to a situation where he finds the blue ring and has the money.
And you notice what Fred is trying to do. He's trying to find where level 9 is. I don't think he checked the west side of the coast or the lake. And therefore he doesn't know what's going to be happening this seed in regards to level 9 at all.
That is true. Unfortunately for him, not discovering it is not putting him at a distinct disadvantage at this point.
Right, he's not at a disadvantage, so Fred's got to be careful here. Oh, we find out what is the Armos item.
Yeah, can we get it?
He gets it.
He got it. It's not an item. It's not a B item.
It's the power bracelet.
Okay. So it's looking like we may have those two, the Armos and Coast item, not shuffled here. We're still unsure as to what the white sword item was, but it was a...
Ooh, Fred bumped off before he could find out what's in the power bracelet slot right there. And he does save, so he could hold on to his rupees. And he'll try this again.
That was unfortunate. Having found the power bracelet and knowing that the take-inies are not the only thing under the power bracelet spots, unfortunate death for sure.
It was unfortunate death, but it actually could help him out because he's right around the corner from where level 9 is. And maybe, just maybe, that will get him to the idea that he's going to have to go through dungeons.
Yeah, we're going to be here, folks. Not a bad observation. Oh, yes, and it looks like I just saw him pick up some bombs from a red
Enemy
Octorok.
drop groups are shuffled. And Fred finding level 9, and unfortunately for him, he's going to find out this is a full game.
Now, was it Jam that discovered the white sword item, or was it Fred? Because Jam has 5 hearts now.
It was Fred.
Ah.
And Fred being told, nice screen scroll, noob. There was only one way to go in that level 9. And that sword, he's going to have to get 8 pieces of the Triforce in order to claim.
That's true. And the more we're seeing of this seed, it's looking like it's probably a full first quest overworld.
That's what it appears to be to me. One other thing we haven't seen. We haven't seen important items drop from any of the enemies.
Yeah, you gotta think by now one of them would have done it. With as many moblins and such as they've been able to kill with a with the candle. Now, in a swordless seed, would it be possible for an important item drop to be a sword?
Yes, as we saw in the Crystal Saber Dragon Dark Game 1, magical swords dropped in their swordless seed. Wow. It became not a swordless seed for a long time after that. It wasn't a swordless seed for long after that.
Yeah, I didn't get to. I unfortunately missed the first race on that, but I did know that they had the fun item drop situation. Which I must say, if anyone out there is new or completely inexperienced with the Zelda 1 Randomizer, that is a fun little thing to do. Makes you feel like you are really good at the game.
Now, Fred's not going to be able to get that. He's going to go, you son of a monkey. He's going to see the bomb upgrade. And he's going to purchase it to add 4 more bombs to his arsenal.
Yeah, not a bad purchase, I don't think, especially with the knowledge that we have of the boomstick not being a part of the seed. I feel like Fred knows that as well. Get your bombs however you can, and it's one less thing to buy as well, because you're not going to be hunting for the book.
So I'm pretty confident now, marking what level Fred's in and what Jan was in earlier as level 5, and what level was on at the very start screen as level 8.
Okay, that would imply that the palette has not been shuffled.
This palette's not been shuffled. The enemies haven't been shuffled either. And Fred going through the staircase, getting bumped by a Gibdo, so he's down to 1 heart.
So was it 8 then that had the bombs in it as one of the items?
Yep, that would be. And we're being told that the other levels being 7. We've got that marked off as question mark for now, but we'll confirm in due time when one of them goes back in.
Yeah, it was green, so that would make sense. I'd forgotten what color it was until you made it. Oh, and Zol's not going down to a bomb. That is unfortunate.
Youch. Now, Fred, I think, is 1 screen away from getting the ladder.
I believe you're correct. What an inconspicuous room. Oh, I love that sprite. I want to see it more.
And Fred getting his double whatever that thing is supposed to be, and getting his ladder.
Dual wielding the magical sword. Oh, and we have a pickup of that ring from Jam. It is the bow. Bow is the white sword item. So you gotta think that opens a world of possibilities to Jam now. If he makes the purchase of arrows, his combat in this swordless seed has just increased exponentially.
And as you and I know, there's a bunch of places where you can buy arrows. Like, for instance, right there.
Like right there.
we do know one other thing from what we just saw on Fred's side. Triforces are not in their normal rooms.
Which means we're gonna have to do some enemy killing that they were probably hoping they didn't have to do due to it being a swordless seed.
Oh yeah. Now the good news is that red dark nuts are going down to a bomb. Fred's gonna have to be careful. This room's nasty, and he's dead.
That was rough. Now, in a room with the fireball turrets in the corners, do the enemies respawn in it, or is it like bubbles? Oh, that's too bad.
You're gonna have them respawn every single time. And Fred picking up another candle, because one candle's not enough.
You know, buy one, get one free. And we find that was a potion shop that Fred died to try to find.
Yeah, not much of a loss right there. So, like, right now, the big saving grace for these guys. Oh, nice clock pick up there for Jam in this torturous room.
Definitely a big play for him.
And
we find another dungeon. That would be 3, I think?
That would have to be level 3. But without any keys, Jam is not going to be able to do anything about that dungeon.
That's unfortunate. To answer the question in chat from Jaltos, silver arrow's not in the shop. There is another item that we believe to be the bait that is also carrying the bow sprite.
Yeah. Everything's a bow with a seed. No, Fred doesn't have any keys either, but he's going to find where level 3 is in just a second. And then immediately realizes there's nothing he can do in here. Now, right now we've come to the conclusion that the levels are their normal shapes.
Oh, Jam.
Yeah, Jam's having a little bit of issues here in this staircase room. These keys are not playing nice.
They are taking all his money.
And he finds it's just a staircase.
Not what he wanted to find.
That's what happened to the magic shields, the seed. Now, Fred picks up his 5th heart. He'll be able to pick up what he saw was a green-colored ring, to which we know is the bow.
That's certainly a welcome thing for the players, as Fred takes an unfortunate death on a horrible Lionel screen. You at least kind of have an idea of what kind of enemies you're dealing with in each dungeon. You're not going to stumble across a Patra in a Gorilla set.
Fred at this point in time would be the best idea to get it back over there, see if he can't pick up that unknown item to him at the amount of 5 hearts. We find a reverse sea room. Jam's got to be careful. He is colored blue, but that doesn't mean he's wearing blue ring. He's got one bump from one of these gorillas, and he's dead.
Unable to pick it up at 5 hearts. I did not realize you had to have 6.
Ooh, that is dangerous. We find the boomerang. But what is the boomerang?
It's the magic key.
Oh, nice. The any key is the boomerang this seed. And yes, 6 hearts required for the white sword item this seed.
That's going to be huge for level 3, where they had 0 keys and they were blocked out in the very first room. Another great timely item for Jam.
Now Fred needs to buy some arrows, so 117 rupees. That is a very big item to him right now. Except for he's gonna get no soup for you and lose the ability to purchase it if he gets bopped with another penalty cave. Never mind, there's a 30 secret.
Living dangerously with those caves. And he finds level 4 or 6.
This is 6.
The 6.
Two rooms.
Yeah, I guess the shape would confirm that. And
hey, whiz robes.
There's some whiz robes.
And what's the level 6 item? Nope, that's just a staircase. And Fred knocks off the room, finds out that unfortunately it's not a room that he wanted. Now, good news, it's not Wizrobes blocking that next room over. Bad news, as you pointed out earlier, those Zolls do not go down in one hit. So Fred's going to take his chances with the staircase. And we now know that we're looking for a double block room for the item. Fortunately,
the red Wizrobes do go down in one bomb hit, it looks like.
Thankfully. Hello, Clarice. There's the bait block in level 7. But is it really blocking anything? And we see what the compass is. Oh, that room with the red and blue Wizrobes is the room that has the Triforce in it.
How appropriate for once.
Ew.
That's a comeback later dungeon.
Unless you find something nice in here. But is it worth your life? But Fred only has 3 bombs, so this is what is making him reluctant. If I'm Fred, I would just go right straight through that north door, just continue to explore. Maybe you can find the item.
Or you get
nice!
a clock.
Clock!
But it's not enough!
It doesn't!
Oh!
Yes! Oh no! Don't up and A. Just continue exploring, Fred. Don't up and A! Oh no! And he gets out of here. I would have, if I was Fred, explore that room. See where the item could possibly be. Because you never know. It could be enemies you could knock off with the candle. Like, for instance, really tough decision right there.
Yeah, for Fred's sake, you gotta hope it pays off. And we have our first Triforce pickup in level 7. Aquamentus holding it, not surprisingly. The double recorder, shiny from Jam, and he's 1/8 of the way to being able to go into level 9.
Again, Fred needs to find arrows. He needs to find them soon.
Well, he's gotta get that 6th heart for the bow, too.
Very good point.
And unfortunately, also, Tektite's not going down in one, the blue one's not going down in one candle hit, so they start teleporting across the screen on you.
Oh, those are annoying. And Jam's back in level 8. Trying to suffer out, though, what that second item is. We already know the first item was the white sword, aka bombs.
Would be the definitely the premier item. Can do tremendous amounts of damage to these enemies.
Blue dark nuts do not go down in 2 bombs.
Jams if this is just a staircase, do you think he goes and just gets the Triforce and leaves? Well,
It's
we don't
the
have to worry
item.
about finding out.
It's the raft.
Got a raft here. It's all rings and bows all the way down.
And with both items at a level 8, he can grab that Triforce and get on out of here.
Yep, and knowing that there is nothing that awaits him for getting 12 hearts other than some more bombs. Not a lot of incentive to go digging for heart containers or anything.
So Fred continuing to explore, and he's just wanting to find something that can actually give him some help here. He knows, based on the sprite look, he knows that's either the boomerang, which would help him, or the bow, which would help him too. Fred does.
Yeah, that's true, because I guess the raft would be 2 rings, as we've already seen. That is a similar sprite color, but
That's
we
correct.
know it can't be that.
He's desperately trying to kill off anything he can to try to get some bombs. Either that or he's trying to build up his count, which I like that strategy as well.
Not sure if Fred knows it or not about the red Octoroks dropping bombs, but they have certainly paid great dividends for Jam, as he picks up 100 secret, which was well needed for him. He was getting bomb drops off of everything and not being able to find any money.
Jam just around the corner finding where level 6 is.
And there we
Unfortunately, the bow's not going to do a lot of good for him here. And Fred would rather have that blue Octorok to get out of his doorway. Only to find it's a penalty.
go. Yeah, the Octorok was really doing him a favor. How ungrateful.
So as far as items that are guaranteed not to be in 9 this seed, the only items we haven't seen so far are the recorder, and because this is swordless, the wand as well. Oh, nice forced 10 drop there for Fred, by the way.
Solid counting. Gets him. How great was that? Gets him the 6th heart container. Now he can
And
hop,
he's
skip, and
going
jump over
for
to
that
the bow.
white sword item. Yep.
He's gonna spend 20 rupees first, for, as is the fashion of his time.
Or he's not going to go that way. He's just going to continue exploring.
Everything we thought we knew about Fred. It's a 1-page book.
And Fred finding a potion shop, which does him no good at this point. See, the big difference right now between Fred and Jam is Jam has more of a stable weapon. Yes, it costs rupees to use it, but it's more stable than what Fred has at this moment.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh
I mean,
no, Fred can't get those bombs. That's bad.
if only he could
And they
sort those
disappear. And Jam getting the bad news that Zolls
Learning
are not
quickly.
your best friends this seed.
Learning quickly that it's gonna be better off
And
just to go ahead and use the bow.
drop for
Oh,
Fred can't
man.
touch it.
Fred, quit killing enemies on the border.
And Fred thinking about buying a poverty heart, or chooses not to.
Didn't you just kill these guys, Jam?
Well, because he popped through the room and he's splitting them into 2, he has to re-kill them in order to go back to the store. Because you see what Jam is doing. He's trying to set this room up so it's the like is the primary enemy. So he's going to leave this room again, kill the Zolls
But then it's
again.
Gunner.
so that it's a like waiting for him when he goes back through.
Oh, and the
look at the hearts.
Gel's getting stuck on the heart drop.
And so now this room is so easy.
Tremendous play by Jam. Unfortunately, he still does not have enough bombs to kill off the Triforce room in this mission. Nah, take that back.
He gets a bomb drop. There you go. Oh, hey, Goma. How you doing?
Gomer Pile going down in one hit. That's nice to see. Don't feel like feel like we might actually have 0 HP bosses, because I know Aquaminus went down like a sack of potatoes real quick.
Well, it's hard to tell with the Goma because they go down 1 arrow normally anyway. And this is a nasty room too. Now that double block room that Jam passed over, could that be where the item is? He does get the compass though. To a wand.
Oh man. Great
Fred
bomb
back in
hit
level
there. What a way to reward him, game. Rewarding Jam with the tremendous 3 Wizro bomb, giving him the Clock of the Night.
And he picks up the Triforce out of level 6. Jam well on his way in the Soreless Seed to perhaps playing Crystal Saver in the championship.
It's a matchup that we were, I believe we were robbed of in the tournament last year. Did they face off in the semifinals? I can remember if Jam lost to 8gen or to Saver in the semis.
It was the semis because HN lost to Saver in the finals.
I knew that. I just couldn't remember which one of them lost to Saber in the semis, or which one Jam lost to in the semis between those two guys.
Oh no! I'll have to take a look at that. I'll have to take a look at that bracket in just a moment. Fred finding the other bomb upgrade, and he is not going to pick it up.
The purchase. Well, he knows those. He's got to know those arrows are probably going to be a premium item. Well, now he picks it up.
Jam,
gonna go ahead and use a bomb first. That was nice.
He's on the wrong end of level 8. This is a territory that Jam never saw.
And we know that Jam got everything useful and then some out of level 8, so not a lot of fruit on these vines. Oh, wouldn't you love to have the bow and arrow in this room? Bunnies galore.
Oh, Fred gets the information, by the way, where the Triforce is. And saves. Okay, Fred, we're moving on. Oh,
maybe he's heading back over to the bow?
Where he's going, yep, you're correct. And Jam finding out that the Coast Raft spot is a 10 secret.
Tenor.
And Fred about to pick up his bow.
Raft not required.
Yep, Raft not required this seed. And a good point by Unos that, you know, Fred asks if his nightmare is going to be over tonight. It's not going to be. Want to know why they're Liquid Husband?
I got a feeling that he and Dragon Dark would be having a third place match.
Correct.
Would it be best of? Would that be best of 3 as well? And would it be contested under the Final 4 flags or the Championship flags?
Well, the Championship flags are the same as the Final 4 flags.
Oh, I thought they added one hit KO. I thought that was the
no, one hit KO is not added at all this tournament.
All right, thank God.
Now this is an evil square right here, and Fred looks like he's going to be able to get it unscathed.
10
And
more
Jam.
dollars.
Whoa, that's a fast Triforce there in level 5.
So Jam's cleared out level 5 as well. Jam's aggressive style, it can come back to haunt him, and it's one of the reasons that a player as good as him was 2-2 in the Swiss round, but it has really paid dividends for him since then.
Absolutely. So, I guess at this point in time, we are now 35 minutes in. We have yet to find levels 1, 2, and 4. And with that, I turn to Liquid Husband. It's time for an item recap.
Alright. And as you said, 1, 2, and 4 we have not yet discovered. Level 3 contained the magical key, or any key, shaped like a boomerang. Level 5 contained the ladder, shaped like 2 magical swords side by side. Such a beautiful shape. I do not believe we saw the items. Oh, I do not believe we found the items in 6 or 7. 8 contained the raft and a pack of 4 bombs. The Armos item was the power bracelet. Coast item, heart container, the white sword item, the wonderful bow. And Jam finds the Triforce early in 3 now that he has keys.
Yeah, I think he's just going to explore a little bit more of this level 3. It's small enough. Maybe try to force a 10, but he's not going to do so because he's back to 0 on the consecutive count after those 2 fairies. And he's back to 0 anyways because he got bopped.
Well, there's $5 for his troubles.
Not necessarily what you wanted to find. He wants to find a staircase. Could this be a staircase? I don't know. Fred finds the Triforce in level 2. He's looking for the item, though.
Cannot connect with the ropes. Kind of wanting to find out what their HP looks like.
Well, they are 1 or 0. So what items have we not found yet? We haven't found either of the boomerangs. We haven't found the book, since this is not a boomstick seed.
No wand,
the recorder
no
or the
red
wand,
ring,
which
no
are...
silver arrow.
Oh!
He used the door trick.
Yes.
But it was there was an item drop. Another bow.
And that's the recorder.
That is the recorder. Sorry, Pain Train. It was the recorder, not silver arrows.
So what is Fred looking for now? And now there's a silver arrow.
What is it? I believe it is the wand.
Oh, wow. And so that was another of the guaranteed not to be in level. Fred getting his first Triforce piece here at 38 minutes in, and he has got to be feeling a little sick. And oh, we found level 1.
All right. Fred's best shot is if the silver arrows are in level 1, and Ganon's required. That's about where we're at. And Jam going back into 3 now. It looks like.
Yep, he realizes I forgot something in here.
Once he got down to a heart and a half, he probably realized, hey, why am I so close to dying?
Oh wait, there it is. And we found the Triforce in level 1. 3 very easy red gorillas block it.
So we've got a lot of early Triforces in 1, 2, and 3. Could dissuade people from digging. It would be unfortunate for Fred if he did that. And there's the red candle in 1.
Oh, that's a nice find there for Fred because he had not had any weapon that's stable up to this point.
Yeah, I mean, you don't like the idea that the red candle is a tremendous weapon for you at this point, at this stage, 40 minutes in, but if it is the best that you got, it's still the best that you got. Jam getting some bombs off the Guineas.
And right there, Fred's putting off the usage of the red candle, aka what it appears to be the red power bracelet.
I love the power bracelet. It's so bad.
I love the fact that it's a B button item right now, and it looks like the power bracelet. So we're down to one more level yet to find for these guys. That would be level 4. We do not know where it is. The only way it could be item blocked at this point, because I think we've checked everything else, is if it turns out to be in Recorder Lake.
Yeah, beyond that, have we checked all of the power bracelet spots?
I want to say yes, but I'm not 100% certain of that.
I got a feeling it's in Northwest Hyrule, up there with 1 and 2.
And Fred getting our first map of the game.
Ooh, what was the map shape? I didn't even think to look.
Swag Duck.
Oh, there's the magical sword item. Some
They
more
just
bombs.
won't go away.
Not without at least 11 hearts, they won't. Do you guys think Jam's going to be discovering 1 and 2 very shortly, and thus destroying
There's
any
4.
discovery? Oh, yep, up there as well. Bad news for Fred.
Yeah, at this point in time, Fred digging deep into this level 1, I'm going to bet he's going to find the book.
He's got a double red ring there, although I think that's the compass.
It's the one room Fred hasn't checked. The one room that Fred didn't check.
Naturally.
He has got to be feeling sick right now. The fact that it took him 38 minutes to get his first Triforce piece. And there's the staircase. What's inside? It's the shield! It's the wooden boomerang! It's the wooden boomerang!
Nether!
All hail!
The technically inferior model picked up by Fred in level 1.
Oh, and look where the Triforce is in level 4.
Could they put it any farther away?
They just put it in the vanilla location.
It feels a lot farther away when when you can see the map. I haven't seen the map before in so long.
Yeah, because you don't normally see it in a speedrun. Potential staircase room here. Although, enemies... I don't know if enemies have been shuffled out of their normal room, so I don't think this is a staircase. No, it's not. So I'm thinking that room, though, the Wiz Rose back in level 6 that Jam noped out of, is going to be the item of level 6. Fred's back in 7, by the way, with his recorder. And finds out the boss HP does not mean that these Dig Dogger eyes are going to be fun to deal with. But he does use the boomerang to some use, and he will get out of there and get whatever's in here. And no enemies have been shuffled, so we do find out what the item in level 4 is. It's the blue shield, the boomerang!
Jam, once again, proving superiority to Fred in this race, getting the greater nanner.
My goodness. Now, Fred's in a good dungeon to have the red candle in because everything in this set goes down in one hit. And by the way, we can now confirm the 2 items in... Well, actually, no. We didn't see the items in level 6, but it's... The book is probably now in level 6, and that means the silver arrows and the red ring are in 9.
That would be the mathematically likely play, yes. So you gotta think Jam going to probably go up to the rest of the top of Death Mountain and discover levels 1 and 2 here pretty soon.
Yeah, he's got pretty much nothing else to check except for those areas at this point. And therefore, Fred's time is hanging on by a sliver, just like his life at this moment.
And he gives his last full measure of devotion to that seed.
And there, unfortunately, goes down to the Grias. Now, you notice something interesting between these 2 runners. We're 46 minutes in, and the Triforce pieces that Jam has, Fred needs, and the Triforce pieces that Jam needs, Fred has.
Yeah, that's what when I saw that 4 was right next to 1 and 2. I was like, that was very unfortunate for Fred because all the hope he had was that that Jam was not going to be able to find 2 to get the recorder in order to find 4. But yes, very interesting, like you said, that we got Fred with the topping of the Triforce cupcake, and Jam with the meaty part.
The meaty part? I could go for a cupcake now, thanks a lot.
Meat pies.
Somebody brought pie to the work earlier today. No.
Oh, I love this Moldorm.
Red wands.
Floating wands.
Red wands, yes. Fred's still gotta be careful against Blue Gurias because his health can't take a death right at this moment. He finds the reverse sea room, but little does he know that this is nothing that he wants. This is just gonna be a staircase to the other side. I believe. I think. Wait a second.
I think you're right. Yeah.
I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Jam finds the map in level 2.
Yeah, I feel like the any key was in a diamond room.
Fred taking care of these Blue Gurias still has to be careful though. One more hit, he's dead. Oh, he's using banana strats. Hitting him with their weapon. And there's the Triforce in level 2. Jam's going to continue searching just because he wants to confirm whether or not silvers are going to be in level 9. And we do find the Any key. It was in the reverse sea room. I am incorrect. That's it, I'm out of here.
Okay. And Jam getting yet another bow. If he goes and buys the bait, which he wouldn't because he got everything done in 7, he would have, I believe, his 4th bow in his inventory.
Fred's gonna fight with this Triforce in 7 is really fast. Like, if Fred wants to have a chance, it's got to be a trolley level 9. That's his only
we're
chance
talking
at this
like
point.
trolley to the likes that we've never seen, or trolley to the likes of Jam forgets to go left.
We're 67% certain of that one there, retired Sergeant. Especially considering the fact that the items remaining in play are the book, the red ring, and the silver arrows. And Fred taking a death to the Grias. And there's Jam fighting the Triforce in 1.
I mean, and from a runner's perspective, how much more perfect could it be in a Sprite Shuffle seed that you have searched through all these dungeons and found all these items, and the one you have not come across is the book?
Well, you're kind of happy about it, except for you still see the one possibility where it could be in 6. Like, we've seen that happen before, where it turned out not to be in 9.
Oh, absolutely. But just from the perspective of not knowing what an item is when you pick it up necessarily, not having gone through all the items in all the dungeons except for one, and having not accidentally picked up the book. Sorry, Lizzie.
Fred's troubles ended up hitting him. You know, the deaths definitely are hurting him. But I think what also is hurting him more than anything else at this point is he got very unlucky this seed.
Yeah, almost all of Jam's plays have paid off, and Jam's the kind of player that when his strategies work, he is very difficult to beat.
And this is going to be one of those cases right at this point. Like, and we do find out that recorder to all dungeons are currently turned on, so that means it's just going to be a walk over 3 screens over to where level 9 is, and let's find out from the chat. Do you think Ganon is required this seed?
I'm going to say no. Too much has been normal in this seed.
I'm going to say yes. But either way, Jam's about 15 seconds away from claiming a sword.
And that's an advantage that goes untold. Obviously, Fred will have one too when he gets to 9, but until between now and then, sword versus no sword, pretty lopsided.
And there's the pickup of the sword there for Jam. So we are going to be looking for Ganon's room. Well, hello, Wizrobes. We already knew there was going to be Wizrobes in this dungeon because, well, it kind of was pretty much a foregone conclusion because enemies were not shuffled between dungeons.
Yeah, and something I want to think of, that something that would certainly may have helped Fred in this race. Have we even seen the blue ring?
Oh no, we haven't.
Kind of makes me wonder if it was under Recorder Lake. Is it possible for the one blue ring shop to be under Recorder Lake?
Yeah. It is very possible for the rare shop to end up there. Now, Jam's going to be peeking into staircases. He is still wanting to find the silver arrows just in case he needs them.
Right. Chat saying that it was in one of the blue ring shop was in one of the power red spots, and there's the silver arrows.
Ooh.
Jam gets another bow.
And that right there is probably the nail on the coffin as far as this semi-final is concerned. But he's just going to continue to move along. Will he use it?
Don't you mean the nail in the coffin? I'll be here all night.
Please try the fish.
I hear the catfish is lovely down here.
This ain't Link to the Past. You don't throw a rock in to find out what he has. Now, what's Jam going to find in the next staircase he peeks his head into? The red ring? That would actually be very beneficial to him right now.
Yeah, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to discover the red ring, as he uses his last potion.
And he does use a potion.
This one intentionally.
Nice use of the, nice usage right there of the potion to prevent himself from ending up getting bumped off. Fred back in level 8. And I think this is where Fred's run really started to turn on him, is when he left this level 8 without getting the item. What do you mean I'm funny?
Ooh,
Yeah,
getting shuttered in with the Blue Land Loli.
No problem. I have a wand. I know how to use it. Bye!
Yeah, usually you can't use the kill one and leave strat, unfortunately, in that situation.
And Jam now testing out this room with the wish robes and finds that it's a staircase. He's going to take it to the other side. Now, he's still going to try to take the rooms to the north because we don't know if Ganon and Zelda, if they've been placed out of their rooms at this point. Fred finding the Triforce in level 8, as well as he will soon find the item here in level 8, turned out not to be required. And oh, Jam finding Ganon!
There's the bacon!
And will he be 0 HP? No.
Nope. Will he
And
be
Jam
stun
gonna get
locked?
stun locked.
Yes. Oh, never mind.
No. I like
Got
Jam's
about-
strategies here, though.
Yeah, I think it's about 6 or 7 hits or thus far.
I believe that would be 8. Just being patient, not trying to pursue
Wow.
it too much.
Ganon's
Getting him
aim
into
is
12,
way off.
13, and 14, and there we go. 15, Ganon regular HP, and he is down.
Man, Ganon went to Stormtrooper school before this race because he was missing everything.
By the way, do you notice what room Ganon was in? It's not his room.
Not his.
Zelda can be anywhere. Well, today you will have moderate luck.
Jam has had
How-
moderate luck so far.
How will his luck be later this,
Oh, could this be the compass?
I don't know.
Or Shutter Door's not allowed. Shutter Door's not drop items.
Well, those can drop.
Ah.
The thing is that the room drops may have been shuffled here. So, remember, the Triforces were in Triforce rooms.
Fair point.
Jam just desperately trying to dodge all those Wizrobe beams. We're still trying to find out whether or not Ganon was required. We'll see how Jam's luck is when he faces off against Crystal Saver. Should he be able to find the girl in the next probably half an hour, to be honest. Fred gained the Triforce out of 5, thinking about it. Oh, that's right, I got the item out of there. And Jam. Oh, this is a... Oh, that's right, he's got a sword now. Never mind. I was going to say, this is a bad thing to have to deal with. Oh, hi, Patra. How you doing, buddy?
Patra with 2 hearts is definitely a bad thing to have to deal with, as Fred now has the... Unfortunately, Triforce is not a rhombus, or else he would be able to make his way into level 9 now.
Yeah, good point. Or even whatever you want to call that shape.
Not a triangle.
And oh,
That's a fair point, Purity, but
Jam
he does have the ability to purchase bombs.
Jam picking up the map out of level 9, takes a death, going back to start.
That's a nice point by RR Railroad Tycoon 2. 9 is very near a ferry spot, if the need arises.
And Jam should maybe think about it if he gets bumped off a couple more times. He's got plenty of times. Now that is a shutter door that opened, but that doesn't mean that's where she is. That's just a shutter door because there's no enemies in there. I got excited for a moment. My excitement was unfounded. Triforce pickup on 6.
Now Fred has a house of Triforce pieces.
Our house is a very, very, very fine house.
Or home plate, depending on how you want to look at it, I suppose.
Now the convenient thing is that level the Triforce out of, he can whistle to 6 and go into 3. That's beautiful.
Not a bad play at all. And it's right there.
And he is going to just pick up the Triforce. That's what he needs to do, but
never
Ganon not
mind.
required! Jay wins!
Bombing into Zelda's room, killed the pig for no reason. What useless slaughter.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We've got a finals matchup.
JamEvil will be playing for the championship with Crystal Saber, winning the series 2 games to none with a speedruns live time of 59:37.
If you can finish a seed swordless seed sub hour, you're doing something right. Great job to Jam.
And for Fred, his tournament experience does not come to an end. He will be playing in the 3rd place match against Dragon Dark.
We're all counting on him to do that, by the way. Alpha Squid, Fred is so far behind because Jam just did a fantastic job of hunting out the right items at the right time. Got the bow earlier, got the wand, just got the ladder first. Did a fantastic job.
Well, things came into play here. First of all, Jam did do a great job at getting the right items at the right times. But the other thing came into play, Fred's deaths added up. You take away Fred's deaths, this would have been a much tighter seed.
Yeah, he found himself in some unfortunate pickles, as he does currently with these Lionels.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2nd finalist of the Zelda Randomizer Random Percent Tournament, JamEviler.
I am pumped. My heart is racing. Why do I always kill the pig? Why? When I don't need to. Oh, you never know though. And I
better safe than sorry, buddy.
Happened upon those silver arrows and got ran into Ganon. So I was like, oh, might as well do it.
So what ended up going through your mind when you found out, oh no, this is Sprite Shuffle, oh no, this is Swordless?
I haven't, since these flags have been active, I haven't done a race that wasn't Swordless. So, I mean, I'm kind of used to it at this point. Unfortunately, I'm used to it. So I know how to just tackle it and go about doing what I need to do. I got lucky in a few dungeons. Level 6, I had, a few good bomb kills. I got to the Triforce. Luckily, I didn't need the item out of there, assuming it's one of the other boomerang or the book.
It's likely the book because we saw the boomerang on Fred's end.
Yeah, awesome. So then I pretty much found all the other items. I found some items early. That was great. Finding the magic key pretty early was excellent. Wish I would have found it the first time I went to 3. Speaking of level 3, did you notice anything funny about that?
Something about leaving the Triforce behind.
Oh man, I can't believe I did that. I got so excited. I'm like, yes, wand up a save. Wait. Immediate regret.
Wait a second.
It wasn't even an accident. It was literally my thought process at the moment. I'm so nervous and nerve-wracked at the moment that I was like, okay, I got everything I need. Let's go. I'm like, wait, I need Triforces.
At least you realized it before you walked into 9, having to do the face palm and go, what did I miss? Oh, yeah. That's what I missed.
Yep. Whoops. So that cost me a little bit of time there, but just getting lucky on a lot of these levels, finding early Triforces, early items in every level so that I can get the Triforce, not getting really blocked by anything, good bomb usage, very generous with the bombs in this seed. I can't really complain too much about what it was presented before me. I'm thankful that it wasn't second quest. I had my second quest maps pulled up just in case that would happen, but I was good. And this is actually very similar to a Pandemonium type seed. Just it's like a swordless Pandemonium with Sprite Shuffle and random drop groups. That's pretty much what we got.
Yeah, I think it was very fortunate in your case that early in the race you found a lot of items early in dungeons, and then later on you started to find early Triforces when you weren't necessarily digging for as many items.
Right. Yeah. Just got lucky. Like I said, I my overworld routing was terrible, but it worked out. Just taking that lower southwest corner first actually gave me a lot of intel, a lot of insight. the sword nice and early, level 9 nice and early, knew that I need Triforces, so it definitely changed my mindset right off the get-go.
Speaking of
And
level
also the
9,
fact
Fred
that
has
you
just
picked
entered.
up- Also helped out the fact that you picked up. Oh, there's a nice little ladder for you.
Yep, nice letter early on that I never needed to use. I took a potion. I accidentally used it once, and then used it, I think, at just the right moment in level 9 to let me go through that portion. Actually, you know what? If I wouldn't have used that potion in level 9, I probably would have found Zelda sooner and not killed the pig. So that
meant
potion was
ladder, not ledger.
actually detriment. Yeah, the early ladder was good. The early ladder was definitely good, except for it only opened up a few spots in level 7, and I think maybe there was a moat room in level 8. But the coast item was just a heart container, so it didn't give me any distinctive advantage right away, but it is a weight off your shoulders when you find it.
How about fighting level 9 when you did? Well, I've got to do this entire seed, so that's not an open 9 like we had the first game.
I like it. I mean, I like not having open 9. It lets you get geared. It lets you get more prepared than tackling and face rolling, as they say on the interwebs. This early level 9, because it's just such a tough dungeon, especially with whiz robes with 3 or 4 hearts. So I'm really happy to go and get Triforces and gear, and then go and tackle level 9. This is definitely my preferred type of flag set.
Well, the championship is set. It's you and Crystal Saver, a rematch of last year's semifinals, the winners bracket semifinals. That is. Your thoughts going into it?
I'm happy to make it into the final. Last time I was the runner-up, and I definitely get my shot at the throne. Saver is a crazy opponent, though. I wouldn't doubt it in the world if he threw me under. 2-0. Crystal Saver wins the tournament. Highly likely. But I'm going to put up the biggest fight I can. I'm going to try to perform as best as possible, and I might take a few extra risks here and there.
Do we know when the finals might be at this point, or no?
Nope, I'll have to talk to him and see when he's available. I do have engagements coming up on Friday that are going to make me unavailable for a few days. Doing some streaming event. So
certain Metroid marathon of some sort.
Yeah. I don't want to do a plug right now though. So this is Fred's time to shine. So I'm gonna let you guys finish this up while he's getting close. So I don't know if you want to.
We will certainly do that. Congratulations, by the way, Jam. Keep on snapping, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's JamEvil.
Thank you.
And while we're just making a note, please be sure to follow both of the runners, fcoughlin, the creator of this Zelda Randomizer, and JamEvil, who's making it to the championship game to play Crystal Saber in that best of 3 series. Today will be to be announced, and we'll let you know at some point in time. So Fred here poking through level 9 has no idea where the girl might be. He might be warm to where she is, but he hasn't poked his head in the right direction just yet. Now, if memory serves me correctly, it was a bomb wall coming from the south to get to her, correct?
I bombed up and went up when he was like 2 rooms away.
Yeah, she's a couple of screens north of where he's at right now. But she was right underneath the eye or somewhere in that general vicinity.
Yeah, I think he's just really close to her, but he's going to go in the wrong direction. By the way, the seed was brought to you by the letter D because everything was above the seed.
And the special sponsor, K Jewelers, because everything that wasn't a bow was a ring. Or bracelet.
Speed Game is not brought to you by K Jewelers, but I'm sure Fiesel wouldn't mind if you talked to him about sponsorships. So, at this point, Fred just trying to find the way around, not sure where to go.
And he's being very
and
economical with his
gets
bombs.
knifed in the doorway.
Yeah. Saying the same exact thing at the same exact time as Jay Coper in chat. With 2 bombs, he's being very careful about where he does and doesn't place those. Unfortunately, the gamble would have paid off. He does get some lovely parting gifts in the form of a couple of 5 rupees from those gels that were stuck on the drop on that as their drop item, and here's some more. Picking up some nice heart drops there from those red keys. Certainly going to help him try to find his way around this Patra. As he sneaks into the stairwell, only to find a transport. And a death. Len Molai with the Fredicide. So, Rick, tell me, at this point, if you're Fred, at what point do you go back out and start thinking about buying bombs, or maybe getting some health, or are you just going guns a-blazing into this 9, hoping for some fairy drops like he's getting by the bukus off of these keys as I make this one point?
Well, he's getting lucky with those, but the problem is that he needs to start thinking about maybe just going out of here and getting some drops here, unless he pops in and finds the girl, which he just did.
Let's keep second guessing Fred so that he'll get done with these seeds quicker, apparently.
And Fred finishes second place, SRL time 1:12:41. And that wraps up the semifinals here. And we welcome in Fred to the conversation.
Good evening.
Okay,
Hey,
so what were your thoughts of that seed?
I hate swordless in general. I'm okay usually later in the seeds, but I'm really have a hard time getting ramped up essentially swordless as the nice 11 next to my counter tells me right now.
Spoilers.
Oh, sorry. Didn't realize you guys weren't there yet.
Jeez, guess the death count, people.
And while we're on his death count screen, the question, is the nightmare over? Unfortunately not, as Rick pointed out.
Yep, as Fred will be playing in the third place match against Dragon Dark, so he gets to maybe deal with another great round of Swordless again.
Oh, woohoo.
Could you put a little more verve into it?
Woohoo.
Thank you, that's better. So, obviously you had a little bit of problems here getting yourself a consistent weapon. How difficult was it for you as you're just trying to go around finding anything that could actually be used as a permanent weapon?
Oh, it was just a pain. I mean, I found the candle early enough, hoping that the purchase was a good one and I'd get a sword with it. And then, of course, I discovered level 9 even later than I wanted to. And just in general, it was a case, I probably should have realized, hey, wait a second, that thing at 1 was probably the bow. But I didn't really have a ton of funds here and there, and I kept finding bomb upgrades, which in my mind are pretty much the most important purchase I can make when I'm playing swordless, because the bombs can hurt anything. The arrows can only hurt Guerilla sets and the bunnies. Well, turned out the bunnies was a good thing to try to hurt them, I guess. But
Yeah, because the bunnies opted to hide the Triforce in level 8.
yeah, that was a little bit of a pain. And also hit the raft. Admittedly, the raft didn't turn out useful, but at least at that point I knew I'm done in 8. I don't need to ever go back there. I mean, I was hoping to be able to blitz everything, but just kept hitting those blocks on them until I found something that could actually kill, and I'm really bad, as I said, at certain things like counting bombs and everything, so. But, it's practice, it's, I give Jam a ton of credit because he was able to blow through that seed in an hour. That was insane.
I'll take it. Good game,
Well
Fred.
done, sir.
Yeah, thank
No,
you.
it was great series.
Now, tell me about that level 6. Would you love to have that level 6 with one extra bomb?
Oh, absolutely. I would have loved to have done that. I debated an up A at that point before I used the bombs, because I was like, okay, I'm not sure if I had enough, or I wasn't sure if I was close enough to the 10 count at that point. I think I was like at a decent count, so I was hoping I'd get a bomb, and then I just ran into a wizard.
And then you
Killed
got
the
the
plan.
clock, but you found yourself one bomb short in the room with the Triforce.
Yep, and that was painful. So at that point, I just decided, okay, I have to just, run. At that point, come back later, and hope that I won't need whatever happens to be in the level, and just hope I could come back with better equipment at that point, which turned out to be the wise decision, but still sunk a bunch of time that. In the end, I wish I hadn't quite done, or wish I'd gotten the kill in the first place. That would have been really nice, because then I could have Triforced back to, or whistled back to level 3 like I did at an earlier point. And again, probably have been enough to beat Jam in his crazy madness, but would have at least made things a little bit more interesting.
I will tell you what, at the 45-minute mark, you had Triforces out of levels 1 and 2. What was going through your mind? I'll get to my thought in just a moment. What's going through your mind when you only had the Triforces out of 1 and 2 at the 45-minute mark?
When's Jam dot done? I pretty much was expecting that dot done at any point there, especially with the fact that, as I said, he is amazing at this stuff. I figured he probably explored. In the end, I was like, he probably went up to Death Mountain earlier than I did, and so he found levels 1 and 2, got the red candle out of 1, and probably had much more consistent weaponry and stuff than I was having. So
I love how you.
a great
I
combo.
love how you think that I have a plan when I play.
That is the one thing, and
Yeah.
I think Rick will continue his thought and explain why you're incorrect in that case, Fred.
Yeah,
Okay.
the actual end of the thought was when you had the Triforces at 45 minutes in, you had Triforces out of 1 and 2, Jam had 3 through 8.
Oh boy, yeah. Okay,
So-
I could see that. I mean, it changes how I figured things happen, but I can see that happening. Wow, that's even more impressive than Jam.
The big thing for him was getting the bow early enough to make a difference, and then he just pretty much went spam happy on the arrows.
Yeah, I think I spent at least I wish there was like some sort of tracker. I think I've spent at least 120 rupees, if not more, in arrows in that seed.
Oh wow,
Which
At
was your
least,
consistent weapon until you found the wand.
Exactly. It was
was it
definitely
3
my
or 6
primary.
for the wand?
3.
Yeah. It was. That was the second to last Triforce for me. The only one I had left after that was 2, and so when I went into that first room and saw the Triforce there, I said I just got to run and blitz and try to get the wood sword.
So, Fred, your thoughts on the finals here? Crystal Saber versus Jam.
I mean, these are 2 of the top 3 players who are from last year's tournament. Both of them have been insanely strong players in general. I think it's going to be a fantastic couple of matches there. I think it's easily got the potential of getting best of 3. I mean, you've got Saber, seemingly invincible, but he has at least shown a flaw, not a flaw, but he has had that one bad game or 2 here in the tournament, but he's been on fire since the middle of the tournament there. And on the other hand, you got Jam, who pretty much anything you throw at him, he can handle. So it's going to be an amazing matchup. I'm really looking forward to getting to watch it.
Now, quick question for you, Fred. As the creator of the Zelda 1 randomizer, I know last year's tournament was probably a pretty fun moment for you, getting to have your finished product at the time on display. with the random percent flags this year, how does it make you feel seeing all the weird, wild, and wacky variants we have seen throughout this tournament, only ramping up and up more as we continue?
You don't want to know the number of near heart attacks and heart attacks I've probably had during the course of all this, because
Potential
random
bugs.
percent takes a whole bunch of flags that aren't necessarily meant to be paired together and ends up pairing them together. So there are a lot of times I sit there saying, oh, please let this actually be a beatable seed, and I end up panicking a lot about the fact that it may not actually be beatable. So far we've managed to beat every single one of them so far in this tournament, so
I just want to say that probably my race against Karakarn and Random Effects race against Amazing Amphros probably took a combined 10 years off your life.
that would not. Yeah, that sounds about accurate. I probably wouldn't be surprised if I went looking up in my hairs if I had a few gray hairs starting to come up there that didn't, that have showed up in the last 2 months here, not even from the kids.
All right, anything you want to add, Liquid?
I'm good. I'm just congratulations to both guys, and I cannot wait for the finals.
All right, guys. fcoughlin, JamEvil, be sure to follow both of these runners. Great Zelda Randomizer players. They gave us 2 good fun matches here in the semifinals. And congratulations to Jam. Good luck in the championship, and good luck to Fred in the 3rd place match.
Thanks, everyone. Best of
luck, Jam. Great job.
All right, that's going to do it for us here on Speed Gaming. Well, Liquid, we have the championship set here for the Legend of Zelda Randomizer tournament, the Random Percent tournament. Crystal Saver versus JamEvil.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to in the matchup?
Certainly would not have been shocked if you had told me at the beginning of this tournament that Saver and Jam were going to be in the finals against each other. When we did our bracket predictions, I picked 2 different people because I knew I had to go out on a limb if I wanted to have a chance to win. But 2 tremendous players, like we said, Saver, the defending champion, Jam, just like Fred said, so well-rounded, can handle anything you throw at him. I am looking forward to hopefully a situation where at least one of the matches has some wacky fun flags, and then one that the flags trend more towards skill. I want to see a skill versus skill matchup between these 2 great runners, but I also want to see the fun wackiness of the randomizer. And fortunately, with it being best 2 out of 3, hopefully we can get both worlds in.
Absolutely. Should be a lot of fun between these 2. Be sure to keep an eye on the schedule, as it's not set when that championship's going to be, but we'll let you know via the schedule, and I'm sure we'll let you know on social media as well. So special thanks to Fiesel, who's been holding on to the restream for us, and special thanks to JamEvil and fcoughlin for giving us a good race. Liquid Husband, time to get on out of here.
Yeah, keep checking that link I'm spamming. It's got the brackets in the calendar. It will be updated. Thanks, Rick, for another great race commentary. Maybe we'll do it again soon.
Maybe we will. All right. Stay tuned to Speed Gaming. A lot of great stuff coming on the way with the Banjo-Kazooie, Metroid Zero Mission, Donkey Kong Country, and Link to the Past Randomizer, and maybe even more Zelda 1 Randomizer here as well. So good night, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Good night.